everybody! What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Matteo's Corner. Today we're going to look at another review, something that I've actually been holding out on for quite a long time. The reason being is because, well, to be fair, I didn't think it was really necessary to make a review of this because I figured not a lot of people knew about it. But at the same time, not a lot of people know about it, so it'll be really fun to review. Plus, it's based on a video game. So, that alone will make people be like, ooh, a terrible movie, let's see it. But before you give any judgment to this movie, before you give any judgment to me based on what this movie is alone, let me make something clear. I am a huge fan of this franchise. I've been a fan since the Genesis days. Since 1990, since like the late 90s when I was a little older than birth, but I was still kind of young. I grew up with Sonic, I already messed up. I already revealed what it was. Well, there's no way back now. We're talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. No joke! This really exists. Look. Here's the disc. There's the disc. Right there. This is a real movie. By, ADV Kids. I think that's how you say the name. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to really say about this. It is a movie of Sonic, and, it was released in 1996. But it came to America in 1999. Originally, it was a two-part series on VHS tapes, and each section was half an hour. This is literally only an hour long. But how does it hold up? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, it's okay. I mean, I don't know how to really describe this movie. And this will be probably a very short review because there's not much to really talk about with this movie. So I'm just going to get right to it. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, is about how Eggman requests help from Sonic and Tails, to go to his, Eggman Land, or Robotropolis, in the Land of Darkness? I don't know. Some place called the Land of Darkness. And, basically, Sonic and Tails go over there to check it out, and, you learn that, there's more to it than meets the eye. And, spoilers. I forgot to mention spoilers. I'm so sorry. But again, if you're watching a review, you should know there are going to be spoilers. Also, I guess there's no use saying spoilers, because in the frickin' cover of the movie, you saw Metal Sonic right there. So, I mean, there's no real spoilers. Maybe I'll edit it in with spoilers. Anyways, back on track. Yeah, Metal Sonic's in the movie. Sonic fights his counterpart. And, you know what? For a movie of Sonic the Hedgehog, the first movie, mind you, of Sonic the Hedgehog, that was animated, it was actually really freaking good. I mean, the movie's only an hour. It is pretty fast-paced. There's the fight scenes with Metal Sonic are actually really good. Knuckles is in it. I don't know if you saw him on the cover. Let me see. Did you see him? No. Knuckles is in it. There he is. For all you guys wondering if Knuckles is in it. So you got all of Team Sonic against Metal Sonic and Dr. Eggman, of course. The only real things I have against the movie are, this is an older anime that was dubbed, and most of the time, anime dubs back then were really, really bad. If you want an example of kind of bad voice acting, actually really bad by today's standards, watch Leo the White Lion in English. A lot of the dubbing was terrible. It was terrible. But it was still fun. Like, they were still really good cartoons. Like, I loved Leo the White Lion growing up. Same with Sonic. But, I mean, like, the voice acting was really bad. So you have to worry about the voice acting. Some of the voice acting in the English dub is childish. I don't know really. I don't know what else to really say that was bad. I mean, really, again, it's the voice acting that really gets me. It's the Japanese dub is perfectly fine. The Japanese dub is fine. There's nothing wrong with that one. But the English dub, it's poor. Oh, that's another thing. The story strayed from the video games quite a lot. Like, they really strayed. I mean, before you'd have Sonic, fighting Eggman, and that was it. Case closed. And the game done. Kind of like Mario and Bowser. Bowser gets defeated, game over. Sonic went into this thing where there's a president of the whole entire world, which is cool. You can see that they kind of took that into consideration when they made, like, Sonic Adventure with the president and Station Square. Sonic and Tails go to see the president, and the president's daughter's there. And, who I think later is how they based Amy off of. Her name's Sarah, by the way, the character. Oh, that's another thing. That's another kind of little itsy-bitsy little tidbit of annoyance I have with the movie is Sarah. The character herself is weird. It's... You go from Sonic fighting Eggman to Eggman kidnapping Sarah, and there's this whole thing about her being like the damsel in distress, and she's really only there for humor. She's really only there for, like, some slapstick humor. She's there for a little bit of some puns. There's anime, right, anime, that's what I'm looking for, cliches. She's there for the cliche of the damsel in distress. She has a potential love interest in Sonic, even though Sonic's kind of not okay with it, but he kind of is. The president is, like, your typical president. He's actually kind of a funny character, because he's, like, your typical, like, oh, Sonic, listen to Dr. Eggman, please save the world, he's, like, this typical, like, just, again, kind of a cliche. But other than that, if you just want a movie of Sonic, I mean, this is probably the best that we're gonna get, and even... Actually, I take it back. There's a couple fan films. Like, there was a fan film of Sonic that was actually really good for what budget they had, and they actually got Jaleel White to come back as Sonic. But this one, I mean, this was during the heyday of the video games. Like, this was when Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 and all these games were coming together to make this mythos, and this movie was the only thing we had of, like, oh, again, other than the Archie comics. But if you're looking at just games, this could be part of the main games. It really could. Of course, you'd have to change a couple things here and there. I mean, like, but again, it's still a really good thing. And as a Sonic fan, personally, I'm okay with it. I think it's good. I was entertained by it. I thought that even Japanese and English together, they both were okay. Again, you have to think back to the year it was made when anime dubbing was kind of weird anyway in English. So, wasn't too bad. Although Tails sounds like his nose is stuffed up the whole time. There is that, and then Sonic has this, like, Texas accent. Some of the voices in this were just weird. But again, I mean, it's not terrible. Again, the colors are really good. The action is good. It's in general, it's a really good movie. So, if you haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, and you're a fan of SEGA, and you're a fan of, even if you're just a casual fan like I am, check the movie out. If anything, it's worth just to laugh at how bad the dubbing is, and how bad some of the stuff is. There are two versions of the movie, though. I have to say this before I end this review. There are two versions of the movie. There's one version of the movie that I have. I don't know if this is the uncensored one or not. Before it came to America, there was a lot of censorship on it. One of them in particular was when, let's see. there's one part in particular I'm trying to think of so I can give you an example. Oh, in one part of the movie, Sonic flips the bird to Metal Robotnik. And I think in my version, I think the version of this DVD that I have, it's the unedited one. I think it's literally like they just redubbed it in English. They didn't change any of the art. They didn't change any of the stuff. Also, a lot of scenes were taken out of the fully edited version. So if you can find the unedited director's cut, so to speak, of Sonic, it's a really good little movie. And just wanted to warn you about the censorship part. For those of you wondering if there is a censored version, there is. You just gotta go look for it. I don't know what year that would be, but, you know, you'd probably be able to find it. It's on VHS and DVD, so if you have a way to look for both of them, please look it up. It's a really good movie. This definitely gets a pass in my book. Especially as a Sonic fan, I was being very critical about this movie, and it's like, you know, I only had a few things wrong with it, and I still own it in my collection, so totally means that I liked it. So, anyways, you all have a good day today. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing next, but if you guys have any idea on what I personally should review, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys want me to talk about, because sometimes the best things you find, even if they're so terrible but they're funny, are from other people's opinions. And I already have a lot of requests for one movie in particular. I might do that this weekend. If not this weekend, excuse me, I will do that later. But, anyways, Sonic the Hedgehog OVA. It's a very good OVA. It's a very good movie, even if the English dub is a little childish. Both the English and the Japanese dubs are very good. I highly recommend seeing it, even if you're not a real big Sonic fan, but you're interested, because you might get a good laugh out of it. Anyways, everyone, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!